I hope you're all well in whatever part of the world you're watching this video. Today is Thursday the 3rd of November 2016. Folks, there's still plenty going on. As you all know, the world's in a disaster environment at the moment. It's crucial that everyone pays attention to what's going on. I'm going to do a video every day up to the election, if it happens. Obama showed his hand yesterday and came out with this dramatic speech where he's endorsing Hillary. What does that tell you? At the current time in the process, this man should be distancing himself from her dramatically, I would think. But no, he's goes sister. So what's that tell us? Well, you know, they're all in this together. That's no surprise to anybody, I guess. What should we be doing about it? As I've said before, if you're in America, you're kind of getting driven into a no-through road. And how do you get out of that? There's only two ways, really. Get a four-wheel drive and drive through the other end of the no-through road and keep on going, or don't you get yourself into a position where you're going down the no-through road. What I mean by that is try not to, well, you know, the danger signs are there, folks. It's, you know, look, if anybody's voting for Hillary, they'd have to be a bloody idiot. Even the people who have no brains should be able to realise that this is a dramatic event. So, look, just get yourselves out of city areas. From his speech today, I don't know where he's going with this. He's been quiet for 3 days and now he's come out and he's fully backed up. And he actually said the FBI should be releasing more details. He's a lawyer, he should know that they can't do that. So that in itself is just one big fat lie. And he knows it, and deception. And he's a lawyer and he should know that, and he does know that. No investigation is going to show what they've got at the beginning. So that's a charlatan trick in itself, and it's deception at a grand scale. The choice is pretty plain. Trump, I've written it down here. Trump, you're going to get peace. You won't go to war. But if you vote for Trump, there's going to be a financial crash. You know, which will in turn create chaos. Don't forget, I think everybody's forgotten, he is not in the Republican Party. He's an independent candidate. He's doing this himself. It's something that everyone seems to have missed. And he doesn't bring it up either, which is pretty funny in itself. He's an independent candidate who ran as a Republican. If you vote for Hillary, you're going to get war. Everywhere. World war. And probably nuclear. And you will get financial debt ongoing on the debt. But this is important. Realise that anybody who does it, the next tranche of debt will have to be double the initial debt now to keep everything going. I hope everyone understands that. It has to be double. They can't raise interest rates, folks. It's never been done by any country in the world, ever, that's been in this situation. It's not hard to find. Google it. Zimbabwe, Weimar, Germany, Brazil, Argentina, Venezuela. There's lists of them. It just can't be done. So the pain's going to come one way or another. Okay. One thing that has happened recently that no one's mentioning either is Turkey. While we're all sitting here watching this video and while we're all doing everything we're doing, Turkey's massing troops on the Iraqi border and in Syria. Why? That's a difficult question to answer. This Erdogan, or whatever his name is, the Turkish fella, just to use a farming analogy, he's a snake in the grass. The only way you can kill a snake in the grass usually is chop its head off. But even after you chop its head off, it still wriggles around for about an hour. So the world's got a big problem with turkey. But they're just silently rustling through the grass and no one's paying attention to them at all. Are they with Russia? Are they with Syria? Who bloody knows? No one knows. That's the scary thing about all this. They could turn, they'll go whichever way suits them best. They could even start a war with Russia and then turn on Russia. They've got no scruples in that regard, none. So they are the dark horse in this race, folks. Unfortunately, for all of us. I advised you all the other day that I'd be changing my site name. That will be happening. I'll give you plenty of notice once it's set up and everything else, and we'll go from there. I'll still have the same email, but I'll also try and have a secondary email for that and eventually phase out the other one, I guess. I'm still going to be reporting on Nibiru, still going to be reporting and everything, but just changing my site name because it doesn't really suit everything, I would guess. No, I'm not getting paid. No one's asked me to take money. I'm not going to. I'd rather shut everything down than do that, to be honest. That's why I never started this for glory or anything else. This is just about saving people, folks. Plain and simple. Two things. Get the truth out, save people. If you can't do that for your fellow man, what can you do? Oh, sorry, humanity. Humans. People. Right. A couple of things to show you, prepping-wise. These are excellent. Now I've gone from, I'm a 53-year-old man next year, and I've gone from having virtually no hand strength. You know, I had hand strength, don't get me wrong. We all have hand strength, but the dexterity in my hands has improved dramatically just because of these. Started off with the foam ones, blah, blah, blah. Now I'm up to 200 pounds and I've got to go up to 250. And apparently anyone shakes my hand at the moment cringes. So it's doing wonders for me. And that doesn't mean that men have to do this either. If you're a woman, get hold of some. They are fantastic. They really, really fix your hands up, honestly. Next thing. Pitted dates. Oops. Pitted dates. I'm not getting paid or anything by these people. I get mine from Coles. They're $1. You probably get the home brand ones from Woolies as well. $1.80, I think, for a big bag of, what is it? A couple of kilo, or a kilo, 500 grams. They are for people my age, they are wondrous. They are packed full of fibre and packed full of energy. If you're eating cereal in the morning, put them on your cereal in the morning. That's all you need. You have about 10 of them with your cereal and a banana. Unbelievable. Okay, next one. I shouldn't have to tell everybody this, but I'm guessing I'm going to have to. Instant noodles. Right, instant noodles. If you buy the right ones, don't buy the cheap Asian ones. Buy the full-on Nazi... Nazi Goring. Me Goring. Nazi Goring. That's funny. They are packed full of energy as well, carbohydrates. And if you buy the right ones, they've actually got egg in them, not crappy egg. You know, egg flavour or whatever. Pick wisely, and some of them do have protein in them. Okay. Next one. Aluminium foil. If you haven't got this stuff, go and get plenty of it. Make sure you get plenty of aluminium foil. There's a couple of reasons for that. One, you can use it for setting up a barbecue, a sun barbecue. If you're really desperate, you leave it out in the sun and it gets hot and you cook an egg on it, you can cook a steak on it, whatever. It's good for insulation, believe it or not, because the wind can't get through it. It's good for conducting. You know, if you get a fuse that blows out, you can wrap it around the fuse, put it back in, it'll work. All these sort of things it's good for. So make sure you pack those, you get loads of it. And in your bug out bag, you can buy really small ones of it. And I highly recommend that you do. What else did I want to speak about today? The meeting in Western Australia is going ahead this Sunday. as I said, today I will be trying to send out emails to everyone around Australia, Queensland and New South Wales and Victoria to see if you guys can get something going over there. Everyone's asked me to videotape the meeting on Sunday. Excuse me, that may be a little bit difficult because of the content and duration, I guess. We'll try. We might see if we can scale it down to a small section of the meeting where we can actually videotape it for you. Hopefully we can. Look, folks, there's a lot of stuff to talk about, but common sense prevails and the KISS principle prevails. Who prevails most though? You, me, number one first. If you're the only person in your family that believes any of this stuff, then listen, stop trying to hide from the treetops. I'm getting loads of emails from people telling me this. Listen, you can't change, you can't take a horse to water and make it drink if it doesn't want it. It's not going to work. So just do what I've said and keep it simple, stupid. Just get your head down, prepare as you have been, but prepare for as many people as you think you will need to prepare for. Which brings us on to another point, funny enough. If you think that in the future everybody's just going to drop everything and go with you, I would say that you may be sadly deluded. This might be an event where we're talking about leaving siblings, partners, parents. I'll let that sink in a bit. Because honestly, there'll be people standing in the street, looking in the sky or looking at a tank in the street going, everything's going to be all right. Normalcy bias. Oh, they're here to protect us. And you're saying, get in the car, we're going. And they're going, no, the tank's here to protect us. Well, sorry, it isn't. And you may get into difficulty because of that situation. So plan ahead, keep it simple, prepare. Simple as that. The stock market yesterday or for the last 3 days, has been essentially going backwards, as I said it would. Like I said, I'm no financial expert, but I've got a pretty good nose for this sort of stuff, and I'm just looking at it now. Let's see what's happening today. Sorry, I'll put my glasses back on. The market today will be interesting. If I can get it up. Maybe it doesn't want me to see it. Yeah, it's all down again. China's got their plunge protection team working overtime. Nikkei's down nearly 2%. Hang Seng's down nearly 1%. And all over Europe, last night it was 1.5% on most, on a couple that were out. But as I've said, the stock market's a waste of time at the moment. One thing I would like to show you though is, and I can't show you, but please note this down. Bitcointicker.co. That's bitcointicker.co. That is it's all one word. It's a site for Bitcoin, and currently Bitcoin is 742.320, and it's going nowhere but up. Now, if you want another one that you can listen to or watch, and this is even better. I can't find it now. I'll leave that for another time. Okay. It's called Fiat something. It's bloody green. It shows you where all the Bitcoins are going through the world. Look, that's everything for today. I'll try and give you that site tomorrow. Hang tough, toughen up, and be safe. And we'll finish on the Lord's Prayer, folks. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day, as we forgive others who trespass against us, and lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom and power and the glory for ever and ever. Amen. All right, folks, prep out. Good morning, everyone. Prep Aussie here. I hope you're all well in whatever part of the world you're watching this video. Today is Thursday, the 3rd of November, 2016. Folks, there's still plenty going on. As you all know, the world's in a disaster environment at the moment. It's crucial that everyone pays attention to what's going on. I'm going to do a video every day up to the election, if it happens. Obama showed his hand yesterday and came out with this dramatic speech where he's endorsing Hillary. What does that tell you? At the current time in the process, this man should be distancing himself from her dramatically, I would think. But no, he's goes sister. So what's that tell us? Well, you know, they're all in this together. That's no surprise to anybody, I guess. What should we be doing about it? As I've said before, if you're in America, you're kind of getting driven into a no-through road. And how do you get out of that? There's only two ways, really. Get a four-wheel drive and drive through the other end of the no-through road and keep on going, or don't you get yourself into a position where you're going down a no-through road. What I mean by that is try not to. Well, you know, the danger signs are there, folks. It's, you know, look, if anybody's voting for Hillary, they'd have to be a bloody idiot. Even the people who have no brains should be able to realise that this is a dramatic event. So, look, just get yourselves out of city areas. From his speech today, I don't know where he's going with this. He's been quiet for 3 days, and now he's come out and he's fully backed up. And he actually said the FBI should be releasing more details. He's a lawyer. He should know that they can't do that.